Iran has warned that it'll retaliate if attacked by America, following 2 weeks of widespread anti-regime protests and threats by the US to strike over the killing of protesters. There's been a brutal response by the Iranian authorities. One human rights group says it's verified almost 500 deaths. The protests, which were sparked by soaring inflation, have spread to more than 100 cities and towns across every province in Iran. The country's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, has claimed the unrest is being manipulated by his country's enemies, and the government has called for nationwide marches tomorrow in support of the regime. Lyse Doucet's report contains some images that viewers may find distressing.
Mashhad, Iran's holiest city. Now it burns with a different fervour. The hometown of Iran's supreme leader, a place where protesters want his clerical rule to die. Across Iran, the anger boils. Tehran in the north, Kerman in the south. The roar of the crowds, the boom of the guns. But courage has a cost in Iran, a huge cost. This forecourt is full, ground zero of grief. It's an open-air morgue. We've tried to count these body bags. There's at least 180 here. And the trucks keep coming. The government is also burying their dead. Coffins carrying police and civilians carried by the crowds. The presenter on state TV lists 10 provinces where they fell, killed, she says, in terrorist acts committed by the US and Israel. Death to America, MPs shouted in Parliament today. The Speaker had a warning for President Trump, who's been threatening to attack Iran again.
So that you are not miscalculating, know that in the case of an attack on Iran, Israel, as well as US military bases in the region, will be our legitimate targets.
To decide their own future.
Iran's exiled former crown prince sent President Trump a different message on America's Fox TV.
Your words of solidarity with the Iranian people and your administration has had tremendous positive effect. Let's hope that we can permanently seal this legacy by liberating Iran so that we and you can make Iran great again.
Some call for Reza Pahlavi to return. He's helped galvanize these protests. But his call for foreign help is rejected by those Iranians who say change has to come from within. Today, Iran's President Pezeshkian also spoke for the first time in days.
We ask that everyone comes together and not let these people riot. If they have concerns, we will hear them. It is our duty to hear them and solve their problems. However, our highest duty is to not allow rioters to disrupt society.
But there's menace on the streets. Security forces on motorcycles open fire. It's not clear who they're targeting. The message to the president from the protests: there are no quick fixes anymore. They're calling for much more.
Lyse, what are we to make of these threats being traded by Iran and the US?
Well, President Trump is warning Iran almost daily now that he could attack again. And this warning has been given added weight by a report in US media that on Tuesday, he will have his first formal meeting with his closest advisors to look at a range of options. And that could be military strikes, it could be cyber attacks, it could be more sanctions, it could be ways to help the protesters, including authorizing more Starlink satellite terminals to enter Iran. And of course, President Trump likes to boast that he always makes up his mind at the last minute. As we've been reporting, there's already been a warning of retaliation from Iran, and it's not an idle threat. The last time President Trump sent his warplanes into Iran last year to attack the nuclear sites, Iran retaliated by attacking a US military base in Qatar. So there is a risk now, and it's just a risk, that what's happening in Iran may not stay in Iran.